I still think this little thing is dope. Looks like a Grim Reaper or some shit. It's just accidental. I fucked up and the paint sprayed up there. I like calling this thing Ghost Rider because in the Ghost Rider cartoon or comic or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the Ghost Rider's ride turns into the Ghost Rider's ride no matter what it is. So like I'm giving the like Honda minivan the fucking Ghost Rider treatment. That's how I feel. Like I can't wait to get it lifted and get bigger wheels. Get some off-road tires. Should be pretty bitchin'. She's fast as fuck. The speedometer only goes up to 140, and I might have maxed that out. It's a 6-cylinder. I didn't realize that, so you know, being straight piped and 6-cylinder, I guess fuel economy is not, you know, all it's cracked up to be. Made in Japan. I'm torn between buying more shit for Ghost Rider or finishing off my like pistol belt. Because I know it looks the same, but I spent a lot of money on this. It has new headlights, new taillights, new wipers, new battery, and the tires are about to get fixed. So I don't know. I haven't done the roof rack, but I went and did everything else pretty much. And I've got a bunch of fluids and shit to put in it. I need to get some oil. I figure next time I get paid, I'm gonna get like a quart of oil. It's a quart low. I don't really think that matters for driving back and forth to grandma's and, you know, to a couple other places that I have to go to. Whereas like I don't know, some other shit might be a bigger deal. I've got engine coolant. I've got wiper fluid. I figure whenever I get oil, I'm gonna get probably like 8 of them, something like that. I'm gonna get a case. Like I want to have extras of everything, basically. Hopefully, eventually, extra set of fucking tires too. But like, I'm not gonna do that until I have the bigger set of tires, so a bigger set of wheels and shit. Like this is where, I don't know, I need to get a job that pays some pretty decent money for at least a couple months and save up a few grand to dump into Ghost Rider to do the lift. But at the same time, it's one of those, like, if that never happens, like it does. For a Mad Max mobile, it needs to be more off-road capable than it is. But the reality is we've paved so much of this fucking world, like the minivan goes most of the places I need to go. Pistol belt wise, like I need a pistol belt and I need 2 rigger pouches. I need a canteen pouch of some flavor. And then I want to get an HBT jacket, but that just may be I just may have to wait on that. It's one of those, like, do I really need an HBT jacket? No. But at the same time, in the world that we're finding ourselves in, I would like to own some camo for hunting and whatnot. And the HBT jacket is a piece of the camo that I'd like to own. And it's stylish. Like, wouldn't you want that? It's stylish camo. That's kind of what I'm about. In case you haven't noticed, like, all of my camo is quite fashionable. I like the Marine Corps frog pattern from World War II. And I like tiger stripes. I like both of those because of John Wayne. I have multicam, and I'd probably get some other shit too, but like, I have multicam stuff because I've found a couple of pieces of it that were really good. And like, I'm not going to replace those. So, yes, multicam Tiger Stripe and Marine Corps Frog. Or Army Frog, really. It's a HPT Jack is Army. But it really doesn't matter. I don't know what else I should fucking get next. But I'm at the point now where like, I know I have a few other bases covered, and I'm finishing off my survival kit for the end of the world, which is pretty much to live out of the van and live off a rifle in one way or another. So like, I view having a pistol belt set up that is comfortable to wear all day, like, it's being handy. I don't have a space on it for 3 rifle mags. You know, I'm gonna have light survival gear on it, but not very much. I have a couple of pouches full of shit that most of it's just shit you ought to carry anyway. I want to have my John Wayne rig for the end of the world. Probably ought to focus on the car parts first. I need to get a roof rack. I need a roof rack, chicken wire, and like some boards or something to support the chicken wire over my solar panel. And I could also use a couple of backup solar panels probably. I want a folding one, and I want a 100 watt to put on the roof. And I want another solar battery. So like, we need to work on all that shit too. But it's kind of like the combat kit stuff that I have on the list isn't that much. Like, at least not to get like the at the front stuff. Like, there's a bunch of stuff at Coleman's and whatever that I'd like to buy that I'm not going to. Most of the stuff at Coleman's is not have to have, it's want to have. That's what I decided. There is an order of stuff there that is car stuff that I'm gonna have to get. Like, I want a parachute and some tarps and some tent stakes and some other just various assorted things. You know, with that being the case, I can do that eventually too. But like, I want to get the roof rack done before I do that. And I need to get tarp poles and some sort of a way to suspend a parachute. Now, the obvious thing is, yeah, those aren't everywhere though. I'm wanting to go out in the desert in particular, and that's kind of where I want a giant ass sunshade that a parachute is. So, I don't know, that's my plan for the parachute. I'm basically gonna make a giant fucking covered area in the desert with it. Have some sort of collapsible pole that hooks to the top of the car. That way the whole car is in the shade. And I know that won't work for the solar panel or whatever, but I don't know, we'll figure that out. It might be cool to have it where the solar panel could tilt up, and then like you have the fucking roof shade thing all around it. I guess you could do that. Like, just tuck it in. Only have it cover 3/4 of the car or whatever. I don't know. These are my my thoughts though. I could stand to make a friend a fucking Costco. But I'm definitely gonna finish my combat belt shit first. I'm definitely gonna fucking get the roof rack first. And most of that is, I've got enough fucking food in reality. If I go to Costco, I will get more shit. But like, in reality, with food being somewhat covered, I'm a little bit more worried about, okay, what is all of the shit that I need for the next 5 years that I can buy right now? And what makes me personally happy is having combat kit and outdoor gear and having the fucking minivan set up for war. I think all that makes sense. And this is where it's like, no matter what happens, that shit will be useful. let's say nothing happens. At least I have cool camping gear. Not to mention, I kind of figure I'm going to be like living out of the van at some point. And whenever I do that, I'm probably going to bring the rig with me. I don't know. It would be cool just to have it set up for fucking the 1911, the black powder pistol, and fucking, I don't know, like the PDW, get the Fluxrator, have a mag pouch for it, have it be my pirate gear. I think I'd always end up taking the rifle though. I don't know how I'm going to spend my money next. That's what this channel is to some extent, is you're watching me watch YouTube and think about what I need next gear-wise and kind of show you what I'm doing. I don't really know what else to do. Like, seems like the world is actually ending. This is where, you know, if you think the world is actually ending and you're a survival channel, you know, I think working on your fucking individual kit is probably wise. So, you know, what are you as an individual going to do if you can't support yourself? And that's really like that bitch, with all of the capabilities I'm building into it, could probably support a platoon in the field. Something like that. Think about it, like, they need hot food and medical attention and a couple other things. Like, that car is made to do it. At least it's going to be when I get done with it. At the moment, it's a mattress and a bunch of cooking gear in the back of a car. I don't know. I'm kind of toying around with how I want to modify the inside of that. And now it's gotten a little cold. I don't know. It's one of those, like, I need a couple $100 to finish off the inside project too. But it's shit that's, you know, always going to be available down the street at a hardware store. Whereas some of the Chinese shit that's on Amazon that I need, like the roof rack, not always going to be available. And then the at the front stuff, they're a very small shop. I don't know that they survive this. Hopefully they will or whatever. But, like, I want to get the shit that I want to have. And all the stuff that I'm buying stuff that will last forever. One thing you should notice about my kit is everything on my gear will last forever, pretty much. Like, maybe there's some tactical tailor pouches that are new shit that I don't know how long they'll last. But they'll last a long time, and all they're going to hold is fucking matches. I really think we're going to be in this for the long haul. This is protracted. Shit hits the fan. It's a slow slide into anarchy. Ready your shit. You know, my John Wayne belt is basically meant to go be Hondo. You know, I don't know if that's going to be needed or not, but I like having the tools. It's cool. And, you know, maybe that's a waste of money. Maybe a lot of the shit that I do for preps is kind of a waste of money. I don't know. The car shit is definitely, I need to get on that. However, a pistol belt is also pretty fucking high on the list. So, like, I would not be ordering shit from at the front if it was not for the pistol belt. because basically the thought of switching over to a pistol belt again, I like the idea of this. Mainly because of the shit that I'm carrying. Like, I'm not carrying that much shit. And I don't think it really behooves me to have on a fucking chest rig that much. Whereas, like, a pistol belt, I can vary the shit on it. And the suspenders I bought are the Marine Corps ones from World War II. Kind of low-key. I don't know. I'm hoping not to look too crazy. But at the same time, I need web gear. You know? This is where, like, in day-to-day life, nowadays I'm carrying around a fucking, like, Indiana Jones bag of a purse with a bunch of fucking shit in it. Okay? Like, I'd rather be wearing web gear at this point. We continue to slide into fucking anarchy, like I said. I don't know. I really want to have a very lightweight pistol belt set up with suspenders. I think that's what I'm gonna have. And somehow this lightweight pistol belt setup has 2 steel pistols on it, so you know, make your own choices on that shit. I don't know if those are necessarily the right choices. I have some 9mm guns too, and like the same web gear could be used with the fucking car on it, I guess. It just wouldn't be as cool. Although it would be cool to get a holster for it, for the Flux Raider, and go 1911 on the right hip, Flux Raider on the left hip, Snake Plissken style. Make my, like, John Wayne Snake Plissken rig. I would do that, but that holster is, like, fucking expensive. I looked around and there's a couple people that try to make those, and they can't keep them in stock for $200. I think it's one of those that basically everybody that bought the Flux Raider wants one of those. It really is a thing that should be in a fucking holster. Well, I think I might make like one small car purchase and just get everything from out the front that I need, except for maybe the HBT jacket. I might wait on it. Decide where you want to spend your money. And realize that most shit that in your life isn't that important. Make sure you have gasoline. Make sure you have smokes. If you smoke, make sure you have whatever it is that you fucking need. But once you're done with that, take the fucking fake money that they're giving you, figure out the next thing on the list, and just buy it. Because, like, right now, I'm of the opinion that basically they are paying you with garbage. Paying all of us with garbage. Just like, I don't know. I've been turning their garbage into, you know, things of value for a long time. And I don't know how the fuck I'm ever going to move all that shit at this point. That's going to suck. And this is where, you know, gold and silver and shit might be handy too. But, like, dude, there's not really replacing some of this stuff. Like, not if you need to exist on the prairie. I don't really know how we're gonna fucking make it through this. No, the reason I say that is not because it's so bad now, but because people think this is bad. We haven't even gotten to bad yet. And that's why I prep so hard now. See you guys later.